Tonight, Susan Lawrence behind bars, charged with manslaughter after police say she killed her neighbor by shooting through her front door.
Court date today for the woman who shot and killed her neighbor. The case made headlines last week after Susan Lawrence shot A.J. Owens right through her front door. Lawrence says that she feared for her life in that case. She's now charged with manslaughter.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome to Visible Truth Media, and I'm your host, Dirty God. Today's episode is about a woman who had an issue with her neighbor and ended up going to the neighbor's home to talk about the issue, but did not anticipate that this would be her last time knocking on a door to speak with someone who had an issue with their children. Her name was A.J. Owens, and she was ultimately killed by this woman. My issue with this case is the charge that this woman was charged with. It took them 4 days to charge this woman, and it wasn't even a murder charge. It was a manslaughter charge. We're gonna jump straight into these details, and maybe you guys can help me understand why this case has took this turn and the maximum charge was not brought. I'm not gonna waste too much more of your time. We're gonna jump straight into it, man. But before we do, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because it really helps the channel out. Let's get it, man. A mother of 4 was shot in Florida following a long-time feud with the neighbor who had complained about the victim's children playing outside. It was a Friday night, and deputies responded to a trespassing call and found the woman suffering from a gunshot wound. The victim was identified as A.J. Owens. She was 35 years old, a black woman. The shooter, also a woman, engaged with Owens' children and threw a pair of skates, hitting one of the children in the foot. A witness had told police there had been a dispute over the child's electronic tablet device prior to the shooter throwing skates at the children. Following that interaction, one of the children went back inside of their home and told their mother, who went to the neighbor's home, to confront the lady. According to the shooter, there was a lot of aggressiveness from both sides, as well as threats being made, and Owens was ultimately shot through the front door. The woman who had shot Owens has been cooperating with police since the beginning of the incident. It took 4 days for authorities to make an arrest, and the shooter's name is Susan Lawrence, a 58-year-old white woman.
Exactly what happened?
I got kids trespassing again. They're leaving all the toys around. They're just screaming, yelling, just being absolutely obnoxious.
Calm down.
Oh my God.
You said someone tried to break down your door, is that correct?
Yes, the woman was screaming and yelling and she was trying to break down my door. I didn't know what to do. I grabbed my gun and I shot at the door. And I thought she was going to get me.
A separate news conference was held by Owens' family attorneys. The victim's mother said the neighbor who had shot her daughter had called the family, including the children, racial slurs. The bottom line is, the neighbor's door was never open when Owens, who was black, tried to confront her, and she was shot through the door. The victim's mother had said, "My daughter, my grandchildren's mother, was shot and killed with her 9-year-old son standing next to her. She had no weapon and she posed no threat to anyone." Now, you know Florida is a stand your ground state, right? I'm pretty sure we all know, and we learned that through the Trayvon Martin case. I don't know if you guys remember that case, but that's a whole nother topic. We just gonna stay on this one right here. The police took a lot of heat as the investigation went on about this murder. While responding to criticism about how long the investigation and possible arrest was taking, the sheriff referenced the state stand your ground law. The law allows people to meet force with force if they believe they or someone else is in immediate danger of being harmed or seriously harmed by any assailant. She ended up getting a manslaughter charge, okay? So my question to you guys is, it sounds like a petty Karen, a petty case that's going on. And I guess the kids were being too loud outside. And their homes are like this. Their homes are like this. Okay. This is the Owens family. This is the racist white woman that shot Ms. Owens. Okay. So their houses are this close. Apparently, it was a day the woman, Miss Suzanne, had a headache, and the kids were outside playing and they were loud. She came out, said something to them. You know how that goes. We all know how that goes. But then, it gets a little physical. Miss Suzanne throws something at the children. They go and tell their mom. Now, we can only imagine what the mom was saying through the door as she was knocking on the door, but that doesn't matter because the door never opened. So I'm not understanding how this is not a murder charge and instead a manslaughter charge. And then there were other charges too, but this was the heaviest one, the manslaughter charge. So you guys let me know if I'm tripping. Am I tripping or not? I'm hoping that we can take something from this, you know, even the kids could take something from this. Is this an avoidable situation? Yeah, I think it's an avoidable situation, but who am I? I mean, something so small could just turn into a big issue like this. You banging on the door saying whatever to this woman, and then boom, a shot just goes through the door. We got to question how the shot even, how was it even a fatal shot? Like, where was she shot on her body? You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm gonna tell you like this, we don't know what kind of family the shooter had, but we do know that this woman had 4 children, and one of them actually witnessed their mother being killed. Okay, so now these 3 children are gonna have to grow up and witness life without their mother, who seems like, from photos and what I'm reading about it, is she had her head on right. Now they gotta grow up without their mother. We gonna send nothing but positive energy to them, and we gonna keep y'all up to date on when new things come out emerge about this case. Okay, this goes back, and this will also go back to the beginning question. Would you have knocked on this person's door? And if you did, would you have come more prepared? Or maybe she should have waited till her to come outside, but then again, if she would have came outside, Florida being a stand your ground state, it probably would have turned into a self-defense case, because that's what it sounded like. So you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, man. But hopefully they get this one right, man. Maybe, you know, you guys share videos like this, they just keep staying within the algorithm, and maybe it'll push them. I don't know, man. But I'm gonna keep y'all up to date, man. Don't forget to